Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we have got a lot to talk about, and as the title of this video suggests, we have got a big reveal coming up. But before we do that, we've got to address something, and that's where the flip have we been for the past 6 weeks? Okay, so to start it off, in one of the last videos we did before going silent, Morgan and I were outfitting this trailer with some foldable shelves to prepare for Super Celebration Tennessee. We didn't tell the boss, and we promised we would get his reaction, so in true Jim Creel fashion, here it is. Truth be told, he was a little more excited than that, but the important part is he wasn't ticked that we drilled holes in his trailer, so Morgan and I are off the hook and the schemes continue. Super Celebration Tennessee was amazing. As always, you guys blew us away with orders to bring to the event, and the show sales were some of the best that they have ever been. So we can't thank our East Coast customers enough for making this an amazing event. You guys rock. All right, everybody, I'm here with Cooper.
Yeah, the gym.
Peace! Thank you. Continuing on with this seemingly unending saga, the week immediately following Super Celebration Tennessee, I had a day before I had to head out for the trip of a lifetime. Now, if you guys watched our last video, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but if you didn't, I had the privilege of going to the Mexican 1000 and documenting the entire thing, and let me tell you, it was the trip of a lifetime. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fun.
Desert racing is about right here. Every time you come to Baja, there's a price to be paid. Get in the cactus and get to it.
There's failure, there's success, there's victory.
Go ahead and watch the full video if you haven't already. It was such a rad experience, and I've got some great feedback on the video, which I greatly appreciate. One more big shout out to the Greenwood Racing team for making that trip what it was, which was absolutely unforgettable. Again, if you haven't seen the video, go check it out. After all of that madness, I got back to the States, and the countdown had already begun for our Wild Horses Roundup going down in just a couple weeks, and you know, being gone for 3 weeks really sets you back, go figure. So no rest for the weary there, but while it was busy, I was able to sneak in another couple installs on my Bronco, which I'm super stoked about. Today, we are going to be pimping out my Bronco with one of the best rear cargo optimization options on the market. If you're an organization nut like me, then a trunk like this probably drives you crazy. Now, if you're not convinced, here are 3 problems that I have with this current setup. Number 1, and most prevalent, is everything is extremely complicated to get to. While this Pelican case has worked to keep a lot of stuff stored, the reality is when it takes 3 to 5 business days to get to anything important to fix an issue, you're probably not doing something right. Number 2, none of this is strapped down. Now, that's kind of a lie because I've been using these handy bungee straps to keep all of this crap in place, but let's be honest, this is stupid and it looks stupid, which is even more important. And 3, in the event of a scandalous act by human nature, none of this stuff is necessarily thief-proof. Although it may throw the thief off after he realizes it's gonna take hours to get anything valuable out of here, there are better ways to keep your precious off-roading equipment safe, organized, and secure. Now, there are plenty of rear cargo options on the market, and at this point, it seems like there's an option for every style of off-roading, so I'm not saying that this is necessarily the right option for you. I am saying that I believe that this is the best option for me. If you're in the market for a system like this, then stay tuned to see why I picked the particular product that we are about to unveil. And with that said, What product did we decide to go with? Well, we've actually got a few things going here. First off, for the main storage compartment, I will be running the Diabolical Slipstream enclosure with the slide floor. Then up above, I will be installing the fold down attic shelf from our friends at Mountains to Metal. Now, both of these companies make some incredible products, and I'm super excited to be running and testing them on my rig. Now, before we begin the install, here are a couple issues that I foresee us running into. First off, we are going to have to relocate our power tank, but we already have a solution for that. Second, I'm not sure our Moly panels are going to be compatible with the Slipstream. Now, Diabolical does make their own Moly panels, but we're gonna use what we have, do a little fabricating, and see if we can make all of this jive. So with that said, I think it's time we get to pimping out this rear cargo space. Alrighty folks, so after a few hours of playing with the Slipstream, we have finally got it installed. We've got the drawer installed. Can I do this with one hand? Ah, booyah. Got the Blizzard box back in, got the wire routed all nicely, and got it strapped down all secure. I am totally stoked with how this has turned out so far. We're not done yet. We still have to mount the power tank. We still have to do a tiny bit of customization on these Moly panels. But other than that, I mean, this thing is a unit. This thing is freaking sweet. Obviously, this thing folds up for easier access. They sell Moly panels and stuff for this, where you can mount more gear on the bottom of that. So it's just a very well thought out system. With that said, it's been a long day, so I'm gonna call it today. I'm gonna keep on working on this sometime next week. I mean, I guess it's gonna be in the same video, so stay tuned. I'm gonna go get some rest and we'll come back another day to wrap this project up. Peace. Okay, so just our luck, typical, I just realized that I do not have the holes in the roll bar to mount this Mountains to Metal rack, and I am super bummed because I was really looking forward to getting that installed today. I don't know how safe it is to run some, you know, drill some holes and throw some nut zerts in there and, you know, call it a day, because I mean, we're early Bronco guys, we're fabricators, that's something we would do, but drilling into a roll bar is, you know, it might upset some people. I think we could still get that power tank installed, which is an important thing that we have to do. Gotta run a power tank in our rigs, and so let's see if we can get that buttoned up, and I'll figure out the Mountains to Metal rack later. Thing as this was designed to come out in no time, just like that. The important thing to note is if you're mounting a power tank horizontally, you need to get a snorkel installed. All right, so there we go. The power tank is mounted. Next on the list is to tie the Moly panels back into this guy right here, which is going to be super simple because I've got the old Mountains to Metal brackets that I'll just run, make it all jive, and just drill a couple holes. All right, folks, so I think we have come up with a solution to mount the Mountains to Metal attic. All we did was we took measurements from this Bronco that actually has the holes in it, and we were gonna try to mimic that on my Bronco, and we're gonna use some riv nuts and see how it ends up. The worst case is this thing sits in there a little crooked. The worst case is this doesn't work and we've just got holes in our roll bar that we can't use. So we'll see how this goes. Wish me luck. I mean, warranty is already voided. We are either going to really dig this and this is gonna be the best thing ever, or we're gonna absolutely regret this. Actually, you know, we're not. It's just a couple holes in the roll bar if this doesn't work out, you know? Whatever. Alrighty folks, so after quite a bit of work, the Mountains to metal attic is installed. The diabolical slipstream is installed. We've got the power tank installed. Got my Molly panels all buttoned up. Got the Blizzard box buttoned down. The drawer works perfectly. Whoa. So everything is looking absolutely golden. That install was actually fun, aside from having to drill through my roll bar, but you know, it is what it is. I got the job done, and just in time for our 9th annual Wild Horses Roundup.
I met a bunch of great dudes, great friends, camping and just having fun and learning what to do, what not to do. Just met a lot of good people back then.
I'm glad I could finally make it.
Let's get a picture of that.
There it is, folks.
I'm actually missing a wedding right now, a family member's wedding to be here.
Doesn't end there, because immediately following our roundup, we were drowned in installs here at the Beef Factory. We had the privilege of doing some really fun jobs, including hooking up our buddy Robert and his son Aiden with some pretty rad upgrades. Today, we're gonna be putting the Icon Stage 4 suspension on, billet upper arms, and on top of that, we'll be doing some Project X HPs going on the A-pillars, and we'll be installing the keypad and ghost box system from Project X. If you're not familiar with that system, stay tuned, because it is an absolutely epic system. We're looking forward to this install. It's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be seamless, because this is a brand new vehicle. All this stuff goes on super smoothly, and we never have issues. One thing about the Ghost Box and Project X in general is they have one of the most satisfying box openings that you will ever experience for a car part. On top of this airtight fit, you literally feel like you're opening up a Christmas present, complete with your little gift card full of the instructions and all of that. You've got a lot of great explanations and layouts here, wrapped in beautiful foam. We've got the Ghost Box modules and the keypad and everything else that you're gonna need to get this install done. So this thing's on a time crunch. We got a lot of crazy stuff going on this week, a lot more installs to do. We're gonna get to installing this kit on this Bronco. Yeah, I know, right? Dude. Got the keypad installed. One thing that makes this install a little complicated is if you really want to hide the wiring, you have to pull a lot of this paneling off. So that's why it takes a little bit more time, but it runs seamlessly all the way down the A-pillar. And we've got the wires dumping out right here, which will tap in where they need to go. But that puppy's installed. Now it's time to get the rest of this system lined up. All right, so we've got Robert and Aiden here. They're picking up the Bronco today. Again, we did the suspension, we did the Project X stuff. What do you guys think?
I like it.
You dig it?
Yeah, it's rad, dude.
What's your favorite part about it right now, Aiden?
The lights.
How often are you gonna kick those on?
He's probably gonna press the button all the time.
There you go.
He's like, let me see your phone so I go. He's gonna be hitting it nonstop. I like the lift, man, to be honest with you. This is bad, dude. It just sits good after you guys do some more touches with the bumper, the winch.
We do have a grocery list for this build that we'll be getting together. Robert wants to do a lot with this thing. He wants to take Aiden
There
out.
you go.
Yeah, let me hold on to that guy. But it's gonna be sweet. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be doing a lot more with this build. If you guys got any questions about the stuff that we did, again, just shoot it down below. Appreciate you guys.
Right on.
Shout out to Aiden and Robert for watching the channel, doing the business with us, getting some work done on their 6th gen Bronco. We had a blast doing it. Now it's time to get back into the madness of all of this, so back to work. All right, a couple more things to note before we get into that grand reveal that you guys have all been waiting for. Back by popular demand and just in time for summer, we have got our tube doors back in stock. You guys have absolutely loved these and you guys haven't stopped hitting us up about them. So we've got a few more sets back in stock. Make sure you hit the link in the description to check them out. They'd make a very rad gift for someone special. And speaking of gifts, Father's Day is right around the corner. Now, I don't want this to turn into an ad, but heck, it already is. If you purchase a $250 or more gift certificate, we're gonna give you a free shirt. If you spend $400 or more on a gift certificate, we're gonna give you the shirt and we're gonna give you a free Wild Horses Carnage survival kit. Now, what's in the kit, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. We've got a first aid kit to treat small cuts and incisions, a little pack of survival tools, including a pocket knife and a spoon.
I'm a sport.
We have also included 2 of the most important tools for off-roading: duct tape and zip ties. And yes, this is a little baby wool of duct tape, which is why we gave you 2. On top of that, we included a pack of our Band-Aid stickers for any carnage you encounter on the trail or the parking lot. This kit makes the perfect spoof gift for you or a loved one, and this Father's Day, give your dad the gift he really wants: a little baby wool of duct tape. I mean, come on, I honestly didn't even think this was possible. Like, I literally opened up the box and thought, shoot, I don't think I meant to order this, but I'm glad I did. There you go, folks. Use code 4DAD24 at checkout and you will automatically have these items added to your cart. Again, spend $250 or more on a gift certificate and you will get the shirt. Spend $400 or more and you'll get the shirt along with the kit for free. Happy shopping, everybody, and happy Father's Day to all of the amazing dads out there. We very much appreciate you. And now it is time for that big reveal. All right, folks, on top of all of that fun stuff that has been going on these past few weeks, we have got one more big announcement that we have been keeping under wraps, and it's finally time to announce it. We have got Morgan's Bronco frame officially sitting here in the shop, along with all the other projects that we have to get to, which we won't talk about, but this is something that we are gonna be tackling. I would just like to ask all of you guys, any of the things that you wanna see us do on this Bronco and on Morgan's Bronco build, go ahead and drop it in the comments, let us know. I don't think it's necessarily a blank slate. I know Morgan's got a lot of big plans, but I'm sure as we do videos of this thing that there are gonna be some things that we have or want feedback from. And by we, I mean Morgan. I mean, this is his build. Morgan, fill us in on what we got here.
So this is my 1969 Bronco, what's left of it.
You've had the Bronco, whether this or not, for how long? Since when?
3.5 years.
Okay, 3.5 years. It's finally gotten to this point here. Obviously, you've had it sitting in the garage, used as a workbench, laundry, you know, storage center, all kinds of stuff. But what do we got planned for this thing, kind of that we're gonna be tackling today?
Well, today we're gonna drop my motor in it. It's a 96 Explorer roller motor. It's low mileage. I don't know what the mileage is, but it looks really nice inside.
That's what matters.
Yeah, we're just gonna drop the motor in so I can figure out what clearance I have as I figure out what I'm gonna do with the suspension on this thing.
Let's walk out and check out the body real quick and tell us where you got that.
This is actually not the original body that came on mine. Mine was rotted out. I sold it with the intentions of building a brand new tub with all of our sheet metal here at Wild Horses, and then I realized, well, that's a little out of my wheelhouse, and especially for something I'm gonna use as a rock crawler. yeah, I figured why waste the time and money. So we picked up another body, and this one's actually in better condition than mine, and it's from Alaska.
Okay, so you already talked about the engine going in. We know that that's part of the plan for this thing. What else? It's a rock crawler. What are you doing suspension-wise? Like, fill the people in.
We're gonna have a Tremec 4050. I wanted the granny low. I also wanted overdrive, and I wanted a manual. That is hopefully gonna be ran through an Atlas. We'll see. I've got a Dana 20. I'm saving for an Atlas. We'll see.
Oh, the money problem, huh?
There's a ton of money problems. I can spend it faster than I can make it. All that's gonna go down to a Rough Stuff fabricated 9-inch housing. Got some 35 spline shafts. It's still semi-float for right now.
Okay, are we keeping the front end exactly where it is? Stock?
We're actually not. It took a long time to get it to here, and I decided I want to do a 3-link. That's kind of the reason the motor's going in it today, so I can figure out what kind of room I have around starter and oil pan to put an upper link on this thing. Right now it's pushed forward 1 inch. I'm gonna go an additional inch for 2 inches forward, push the steering box forward on the frame. Rear end is also gonna go back another 2 inches. So we're gonna look at a total of 4-inch overall stretch in the wheelbase for right now. Might do more later with a frame chop, but for right now I'm walking that line of let's do stuff while we're here doing it, and I need to get it running.
All right, well, there you guys go. That's kind of the main overview of what we've got going here. It's one of the big projects that's gonna be going on here at Wild Horses. Again, if you guys have any questions about this, or you guys want to see us cover specific parts of this build, then let us know, and we will take the time to do our best to film it. But other than that, you know, that's what we've got going on here at Wild Horses, and I'm super pumped to see it all come together.
Me too.
Over the what's the timeline? What's our estimated timeline?
If I can get it running and driving in a year, I would be super impressed.
I would be super impressed too. There we go. We've got a year on the book. Start the countdown. Let's see where we end up. You guys stay tuned for more content, and that may be a wrap to this video. So
with all of that being said, we'll see you guys out there on the trail.
peace. Okay, what is your time estimate, having built a few Broncos in your day? What do you think Morgan's looking at time-wise for this hunk of metal?
Probably 10 years. It's Morgan. No, maybe 5. Maybe 5. If it's in here, theoretically, it could get done quicker.
And thicker.
Quicker and thicker, thicker and quicker.
Well, that's a little bit more than our estimate, Morgan.
Yeah, I want to revise my estimate.
Already?
Oh yeah.